Hi everyone, this is my list of the top 10 worst mistakes Instacart shoppers are making in 2021. We're gonna go quick, so stay with me. Okay, let's go. Mistake number 1, not actually taking the time to read Instacart's contract terms of service that you signed. There's a lot of fine print, and it would be so unfortunate for you to lose your account because there's a policy that you aren't aware of. So please take the time to read what you signed. Mistake number 2, not communicating and going above and beyond every single time for every single one of your customers. I still run into customers all the time that tell me that their last Instacart shopper didn't even so much as send them an introduction hello. So when they find out a shopper does do that, they're shocked. So shoppers are still not communicating, and it is up to the shoppers to make that first initial outreach the minute they step into that store and communicate with your customers the whole way through until you get to their residence with their groceries. It is imperative that you communicate. This is the customer service industry, and if you don't love communication, then this might not be the gig for you. Mistake number 3 is relying on chat support to actually solve your problem. They do not have the authority nor the jurisdiction to remove an unfair rating, to remove a fraud report of a missing item. They can't take off a cancellation. I actually received messages last night from another chat support person. This is the 3rd person that has reached out to me. He is from India, and he just wanted me to know how limited they really are in helping shoppers. They're more worried. They are so worried about protecting their own ratings, and they are rated, and if they get dipped down lower than a certain rating, they could lose their jobs altogether. And it's really unfortunate because we really are in the same position in a lot of ways. So instead of us going after chat support, spending minutes upon hours wasting our energy, just understand that they can't help you. We have to be our own problem solvers. Unless it is with a customer that you are shopping for, they don't have the jurisdiction. And if you really want to get somewhere, you have to go above their heads. And there's a trick to that I'll share with you in another video. But yes, don't rely on chat support to be able to help you because they can't. Mistake number 4 is getting stuck in a time trap. Yes, we've all had those customers we're working with that is taking forever, so it feels like we're trying to find them the perfect replacement and go through all of the items that could be available. Don't overthink it. Yes, we do have to provide replacement options, but send them a photo of what there is available, and if they don't respond by the time you get to that checkout, send them a refund and then move on to the next. Don't spend too much time trying to find the perfect thing. Again, don't overthink. You want to get in and out as quickly as you can so you can get on to that next batch. But a lot of times we just overprocess, overthink, and is this good enough? It is good enough as long as you are communicating and showing your customers the photographs of these items. And again, if you haven't heard from these customers, refund, next, move on. Mistake number 5 is not knowing your store's layouts. It is critical that you memorize the basic layout of all the stores that you want to shop in so that you can increase your speed. And yes, speed doesn't matter when it comes to you seeing better batches, but it does matter in your frustration level and you getting to that next batch faster so you can hit your goal faster. So if you don't know your store's layouts, on your days off or on your off time when you're shopping for yourself, really take note of how your store is laid out. There was a store that I used to refuse to shop in called Stop and Shop because they don't have aisle numbers in the app. And for some reason, it intimidated me and I always would skip over those batches, but not anymore because I took the time to memorize the layout, and now I am just as efficient and quick in Stop and Shop as I am the other stores that I want to shop in. So if you are struggling with going back and forth, do take the time to know your store's layouts. It'll really help you. Mistake number 6 is not tracking your mileage. It is your biggest deduction, and come tax time, you're going to be sorry when you have to scramble and try to figure out your mileage. So if you haven't started, you need to start today. You can use a free app called Stride. There are others. You can use Google Sheets, which are free, Excel sheets, or you can use the traditional pen and paper. Whatever you need to do, definitely track your miles every single day and keep a detailed log. This is going to help you in the long run and definitely relieve your anxiety. So many shoppers are not tracking their mileage. You got to start doing it today. Big mistake if you don't. Mistake number 7, not ordering a backup payment card from Instacart called the Marqeta card. I've seen so many shoppers put posts on Facebook groups from all over saying, help, I lost my card is damaged. Does anyone have a card that I can purchase? Don't let yourself be caught without a card because accidents happen. Mine actually has a crack in it right now. Thank goodness though, I have 2 spares in my glove box. All you have to do is order these cards right through the app on Instacart, and they will send you a sealed envelope with your card within 7 to 10 business days. If something happens to your original card, then you simply go grab the spare and then you activate it before you start shopping. But please don't get caught without having spare cards because these things are fragile. And if you lose these cards, you lose your income. Don't let it happen to you. Huge mistake. Easy fix too. So get these ordered today. I've talked about this before. Mistake number 8 is not photographing the groceries upon delivery at that customer's location. It is all about CYA. You might be saying to yourself, everybody's doing that by now, right? We're all photographing the groceries, but there are a lot of shoppers out there, and I just spoke with one yesterday who said, I haven't had a problem with fraud, so I don't photograph, but just when you let your guard down, something happens, so you definitely want to make sure you take the extra couple minutes it's going to take to cover yourself and to photograph the drop off. Make sure you're using an app like the timestamp camera app. You do have to be careful with that app though, because sometimes it will put on the screen the wrong address. So always have a backup app, and if all else fails, use your camera, but then screenshot the GPS location showing that dot stating that you're there, and then take a picture of the address of the home. Just do whatever you can to cover yourself. I received an email this morning from Reddit who was sharing me all of these posts recently that this is still happening. Customers are reporting fraudulent items missing, and thank goodness every single one of these shoppers had visible photos of the items reported missing. Without these photographs, shoppers do not have a chance to get their accounts back. Even with the photographs, it'll be hard, but you've got to have the photographs. Take photos every time you drop off your groceries, even with the customers who you think you trust. This is what it's come down to. It's your word against theirs, so definitely cover yourself with that. Mistake number 8 is not being highly selective when choosing your batches. You have to take into consideration the amount of items that are in that batch, the distance that you will be driving from the grocery store to the drop-off. How far does Instacart expect you to drive for them? And you need to look at that customer tip to determine if this batch will actually be profitable or not. You have to be the decider of that, but definitely choose strategically and wisely and thoughtfully. Also, I'm sure you guys already know this, but Instacart, when they lot these batches together, whether it's a double or a triple, often they will put that 0 tip customer in with the customer who is tipping generously. And it's sneaky. They're not being transparent with the tips right out of the gate. They could easily fix that, and there's a reason why they're not, because they want these orders fulfilled and they want you to do it. So really choose wisely, and remember that ratings have to do with the person giving the ratings and the tips, not the person receiving them. So please choose your batches wisely. We are at those customers' mercy. Mistake number 10, not multi-apping. It is critical that if you are only an Instacart shopper right now, that you also look into other revenue streams for your gig work. There are other apps out there. You guys know what they are: DoorDash, Uber Eats, Shipped, Amazon Flex, Grubhub. I just recently got off the wait list for DoorDash and Uber Eats, and I'm going to attempt those 2 apps this week. Not that anything wrong is wrong with Instacart right now, but if you continue to put all of your apples in that basket and the bottom falls out, we are going to be in trouble. So please, if you're not on other apps, try to get on them. And I know a lot of you are on wait list, and I get that, but then there are still other things you can do to look for revenue streams in the meantime. There is eBay, there is Poshmark, there are other things. So you just have to be really creative and think out of the box while you're waiting to get on these other platforms. I'm also registered to be a Shipped shopper, and I was all set to do it last week, but I didn't. We got a snowstorm and I'm making excuses, but you guys know what I mean. You got to have other apps going. That is a huge mistake to rely on Instacart for your full-time revenue gig. Don't do it. There you have it. That is my top 10 list of the worst mistakes Instacart shoppers are making in 2021, but I know there are more, and I know you guys have additional mistakes you could add to that, and I would be greatly appreciative if you would put those in the comments below so that we can all be informed and be aware of what is happening so that we can keep our accounts safe. It seems like lately Instacart is on a rampage with deactivating shoppers, and this is nothing new, but they overhired so many through the pandemic, and they're not looking for much reason to get rid of shoppers. Therefore, it's imperative that we do whatever we can to keep ourselves safe and protected for as long as possible so that we can keep continuing to make money on this platform, because when it works, it's great. So thank you again for leaving those comments in the description box below. Also, thank you all so much for subscribing to this channel, for giving these videos thumbs up, and for hitting the notification bell, and for your engagement. I really appreciate you guys commenting and giving me your 2 cents, because we are truly all in this together. And I know that sounds cheesy, but I really mean it. I respect all of you, and I admire all of you for doing this hustle. It's not easy out there, so we have to stick together and keep the information coming. So I wanted to say that to you guys. Know your worth. Know your worth. Oh yeah, that's what my hat says. So anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I will see you this Sunday for another video. I hope you guys are having a great week and hitting your goals and looking at other ways to make money always. So that's it for now, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.